Back at it again with the Lions Den with Pimpin Ken. Covered.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up? We still covering that the madness that's going on in the world. That Dallas issue. We ain't even touched on that because right after we got done talking about the other issue, this issue done come.
Yes, sir.
So express your
Absolutely.
Express your thoughts on this latest
first of all,
situation.
I want the people to know that my condolences go out to anybody who got shot. You know what I'm saying? I know most of my people be like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that's the easiest thing to say, but whenever a life is lost, you know what I'm saying, the creation itself trembles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, we as teachers and followers of creation, man, we try to make sure that, we stay in order with the creator who was never created. You know what I'm saying? So, from my perspective, I'm just talking from a creation perspective. I know that karma is real and the law of increasing return is real. And I know that, even the Bible said a man gonna reap what he sow. And, what you give is what you get. So, when we see the violence being perpetrated in America against law enforcement, we know that it's only a backlash from the things that we already see that's on the opposite side of the fence.
Yeah, that's already in motion.
That's what Malcolm was talking about when he said the rooster is coming home to roost. And when he said that, he was talking about President Kennedy's assassination. It's ironic that, here it is almost 50 years later, and the only place that a president has got killed, one of the biggest massacres of police officers and law enforcement has happened in the same city. People don't understand. I'm in Dallas. I come to Dallas all the time. Dallas is a very, very, very strange place. You know what I'm saying? But what I want my message to all the young people out there who may want to go out there and say, man, we can retaliate, is that don't do that. Because that's the worst thing you can do. Because, first of all, we are outnumbered. We are outgunned. They have military equipment. They have tanks. They have bombs. They have, the brother that they killed in that did the shooting. You know what I'm saying? They killed him with a robot that was carrying a bomb.
Yeah.
So they got all kind of technology that can use against us. And, back in the early 60s and the 50s, we all lived in the hood. So when they would do something to us, we would go tear the neighborhoods up, the businesses in our community, which was owned by primarily, white people. And that wasn't tolerated. So they moved us all to the suburbs and put us in Section 8 homes. So now, if we get out of order, all they got to do is bomb a whole neighborhood where we live, and that's going to be that. They ain't got to worry about, messing up the infrastructure of the business community. So we got to be careful. We got to understand that you cannot go to war with someone who has been trained for war.
Yeah.
Now, the war that we have to win is the war in our mind. We have to battle them in our mind. If we really want to destroy this system of oppression, this system of brutality, the only way to destroy the system is economically. We got to stop catching their buses. We got to stop shopping with them. We got to stop going into their businesses. We got to stop going into Walmart and Walgreens and all these businesses that allow these people and don't speak out when these people do horrific things to our young black males in America. So once we start attacking their economic base, then we will see that they will no longer feel the way they feel, and they'll begin to stand up for us, because if they don't stand up for us, that means that their stomach's going to start touching their back. And once their stomach start touching their back, they're going to starve, and they're going to be hungry, and they're going to be trying to figure out how to feed their face. Right now, we as African Americans, we are the biggest consumers in the world. We spend over $1 trillion of the gross national product of this country. There's no consumer on earth that is bigger consumers than the African American black man, so to speak. So we understand that economics is the way to defeat their system. If we destroy them economically, they won't be able to pay the police officer, because no man will work for free. We'll be able to cripple everything. We'll be able to cripple the FBI. We'll be able to cripple the criminal justice system. We'll break them down economically, and that's how we're going to beat them. But if we try to come at them physically, then they're going to win. That's what they want us to do. That's why all of these things is happening. They want us to engage in a war against the police. And if you notice, I don't know if you understand the code language, they call themselves blue and they call themselves black.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference in saying black and white? That's how racism was started. They said, we the black man, and we the white man, and you the black man, and we're white, so that makes us better than you. So if we start saying black versus blue, then what they're saying is that it's going going to be a war between the black people and the police department, which will be a war that we can't win because even though we know how to shoot each other and we know how to run up and do a drive-by, we don't know how to sit at a certain angle and aim a gun and shoot as a marksman.
Yeah.
These men are professional marksmen. They're professional shooters. So they'll pick us off one by one if we don't know what we're doing. If we're not trained to go to war with them. So the only way we can beat the system is to beat them economically. Now with the police department, what they're going to understand is that, if they keep provoking these young black men, they keep killing these young black men, they're going to see this thing pop off for real. Because we know that there's nothing more impressionable than the black man. If nobody should know that, he should know that. The system should know that because they have brainwashed black men into thinking that they were gang members and that they are drug dealers and that they are, homies and, gangsters. We weren't that in the 60s. I remember everybody used to work and everybody used to have clean cut haircuts. Well, everybody didn't have tattoos back then. It was a few people that had that. We should call them thugs. Now everybody is thugging.
Yeah.
So if you can convince us to become thugs, careful, you might convince us to become killers. Because y'all know how it is when we follow a trend, when we buy y'all jeans, when we buy y'all tennis shoes. You see how long we've been supporting Nike and Jordan. So, they got to be careful what they ask for, and they got to be careful of the trends that they set, in the minds of these young people. Because once it becomes trendy, like it's trendy for a black man to kill a black man don't have no regard from the life of another black man because it's a trend because they rap about it in the music. They rap about it, on the radio. Everybody got it in their iPod, on iTunes, and all you hear is violence, drug, bitch, ho. So we emulate and imitate that which we hear. But I don't think they want that war neither. I don't think they want to be working and knowing that they got children to go home to. They got, families, and they, that they might not make it home because some deranged person or some person who, just doing what he think is cool. So, we all need to just chill and get it together, man. If we want to destroy these people, the best way to destroy them is economically. And we form a co-op. A co-op is when you, your money, I take my money, and everybody else take their money, and we go buy a product, and we buy it in bulk. We can buy milk in bulk. We can buy steak in bulk. We can buy rice and beans and all the basic necessities that we need in bulk, and we can meet up in the warehouse and we can split it. We buy our own bus, and we can, charge each other, a certain money, just like Uber, whatever you call that shit. We can have a bus and we use it like an Uber, and so we come pick each other up. We can just text each other. We got technology now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm on the north side of Minnesota. Come pick me up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to wait on the city bus. You can come pick me up right at your crib, and then we would destroy them. You know what I'm saying? We would destroy their economic base. We would destroy their power. That's how we're going to be able to take these folks out. We got to take them out economically. We got to, make sure that we don't spend our dollars with them. And when they see us pulling back on our dollars, and then they start respecting us because they know without our dollars they can't survive.
Mm-hmm.
The black man is the biggest consumer. The black people in America is the biggest consumer on earth. So, without that money, there would not be no police officers, no fire department. We can create our own police station. Then we create our own police officers if we put our money together and if we form co-op and we buy jeans together. We buy sweaters together. We go buy tennis shoes together. We can go build a factory. In some rural part of America, just like they do in China and they do in Japan, they do in the Philippines, and we can hire our own brothers to build our own form of Nike. You ain't got to call it Nike. You can call it, anything. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't got to call it Nike. We can have our own shit, and this is how we're gonna defeat these people, man. It's economically. We cannot defeat them any other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't gave them a mouthful. More to come. Keep tuning in. Too Cool to Con. Pimpin Ken.
Too cool for con.